Level 1, the streets of Rosario. You are 4 years old. Rosario, 1991. The city is loud and flat and has no ocean. Your father works in a steel factory. Your mother cleans houses. There are 4 children and the house is full in the way that houses are full when there is not enough space, but there is always enough noise. Your grandmother Celia takes you to training every morning. You are 4 years old and training is a word that other people apply to what you are doing. What you are doing is the only thing you have ever wanted to do. The ball moves differently for you than it does for everyone else. Not faster, just more exactly where you want it to go. Your brothers are bigger than you and you play with them anyway. You are always playing with people bigger than you. This is the first fact about you and it will remain true your whole life. You are always the smallest person on the pitch and always the most dangerous. Level 2, the diagnosis. You are 10. The doctors say your body is not producing enough growth hormone. The gland that should be telling your bones to grow is not sending the message correctly. You need injections every night, not once a week, every night. The needle goes into your leg before you sleep. Your parents look at the bill, 1,000 pesos a month. Your father's salary cannot cover it. For 2 years, his health insurance covers the cost. Then it stops. The injections continue for a few months on savings. Then the savings end. Your father makes calls. Club Newell's old boys says they will help, but they don't. River Plate says they will help, but the deal falls through. The needle stops appearing beside your bed each night. Your legs stop growing the way they should. In the kitchen, your parents speak in voices too low for you to hear. They are deciding something. You already know the conversation will end with you leaving Rosario. You don't know yet that you will never really come back. Level 3, the napkin. You are 13. Barcelona, December 2000. You travel to Catalonia for a trial with FC Barcelona. The sporting director Carlos Rixach watches you for 20 minutes. You are a boy from Argentina who has never played in Europe and your body is not growing the way it should and you have been told no by every club in Argentina that mattered. Rixach calls for a pen. There is no paper. Someone hands him a paper napkin. He writes the offer on the napkin. He signs it. FC Barcelona will pay for your treatment. FC Barcelona will bring your family. Your father holds the napkin carefully. It is not a contract. It is a piece of paper from a restaurant table. But Rixach has signed it and the man keeps his word and so you move to Barcelona. You are 13 years old and you move to a country whose language you speak with the wrong accent and whose food is nothing like your mother's and whose streets go in directions you don't know yet. Your mother and siblings go back to Rosario after 1 year. You stay. You and your father alone in an apartment near the Camp Nou. You are very quiet. Some of your new teammates think you are mute. You are not mute. You are deciding. Level 4, La Masia. You are 14. La Masia is Barcelona's youth academy and it is the best youth academy in the world and you are now inside it. The injections resume. Every night your father gives you the needle and in the morning you go to train. You are still the smallest person on every pitch. You are always the smallest person on every pitch. You play with Cesc Fabregas. You play with Gerard Piqué. These are boys who will one day be famous across the world, but right now they are just boys in the same canteen eating the same food, and you are the smallest and the quietest and the best. When you get the ball, something happens in the air around you that does not happen for anyone else. The other boys learn quickly not to try to take it from you because you are never where you just were. You have already moved. The ball has already gone, and you are somewhere else entirely, making it happen again. Level 5, the debut. You are 17. October 2004. Frank Rijkaard puts you on against Espanyol with 16 minutes left. The Camp Nou has 80,000 people in it. You have spent 4 years in this city and you have lived inside this stadium's shadow your whole time here and now you are on the pitch with the men, not the boys, the men. Your first touch is calm. Your second touch produces a foul and a yellow card against the player who fouled you. The third time you get the ball you do something that makes the crowd react. Not a goal, not an assist, just a touch that does not belong to a 17-year-old. Rijkaard watches from the touchline and says nothing. He doesn't need to, he puts you in again, and again. By May 1st the following year, Ronaldinho receives the ball near goal and passes it to you. You chip the goalkeeper. The net moves. You run to Ronaldinho, and he lifts you off the ground because he already knows what everyone else is about to spend the next 20 years learning. Level 6, the years. You are 22. Season 2008 to 2009. Pep Guardiola takes over as manager. He builds the team around you in a way that no team has ever been built around any player. Xavi and Iniesta move the ball and you receive it in the space between defenders where no one else can exist. You score 38 goals in 51 games. Barcelona wins La Liga, the Copa del Rey, the Champions League. In the Champions League final in Rome, you score the second goal with a header. You are 5'7". You jump above Rio Ferdinand and head it into the net. The stadium goes silent for 1 second, then it erupts. At the end of the year, you receive your first Ballon d'Or. You receive the second the following year, the third the year after that, the fourth the year after that, 4 in a row. Nobody has ever done this. You do it without appearing to try. You are not performing greatness. You are just doing what you have always done. The ball goes exactly where you want it. Level 7, the record, you are 24, season 2011 to 2012. The record for goals in a single season in European football has stood for 39 years. Gerd Müller set it in 1972. You score 73 goals, 73, in a single season. The record was thought to be unreachable. You reach it in March with months still remaining. People stop talking about it as a record. They start talking about it as evidence of something that cannot be explained with the available language. The Camp Nou watches you and understands in real time that this is not normal. This is not what a human body does in a season of football, but your body does it. And then the season ends and you start preparing for the next one. Level 8, the burden, you are 27. Brazil 2014, the World Cup final. You have carried Argentina to this stadium through individual performances that no team around you deserved. You have won the Golden Ball as the tournament's best player, but Argentina lose the final to Germany in extra time. 1 goal. Mario Götze in the 113th minute. You stand on the pitch and the world watches your face and sees something it has been debating for years. The question is whether you care about Argentina the way Maradona cared. The question is always Maradona. In 1986, he carried a team that should not have won to a World Cup on his shoulders alone. You have been doing the same thing since you were 17, but you have not won. So the question remains. You fly home. The injections stopped years ago. Your legs grew eventually. But the question about the World Cup does not stop growing. Level 9, the retirement that wasn't. You are 29. Copa America Centenario, June 2016. The final, Argentina versus Chile, the shootout. Your penalty hits the post and goes wide. You sit on the grass and you weep, and then you stand up and you say you are retiring from international football. You have lost 3 consecutive major international finals, 2 Copa Americas and a World Cup. The Argentine press has been destroying you for years. Maradona won in 1986 and you have not won, and that is the entire argument. You are 29 years old and you announce retirement, and for 11 days the world holds its breath. Then you reverse the decision. You know why. There is one thing left. There is always one thing left. Level 10, the goodbye. You are 34. August 2021. Barcelona can no longer pay your wages. The club that signed you on a napkin when you were 13 cannot afford to keep you. The financial collapse is real and absolute. You stand in front of cameras and weep, not quietly, publicly. The boy who was so silent his teammates thought he was mute, weeping on a podium in front of the world. 21 years, 4 Champions Leagues, 10 La Liga titles, 8 Ballon d'Ors. 672 goals, and they cannot pay the bill. You sign for Paris Saint-Germain. Paris is not Barcelona. You score 21 goals in 2 seasons and leave. It never feels like home. Home was the Camp Nou. Home was the apartment near the stadium where your father gave you the needle every night. Home is gone. Level 11, the arrival. You are 36. Fort Lauderdale, 2023. Inter Miami CF. The league is different. The climate is different. The level is different. You score 2 goals on your debut and then you score 9 more in 12 games and Miami win the league's cup. You walk through the pink stadium and the crowd is on its feet and it is not the Camp Nou and you are not 22 and the ball still goes exactly where you want it. The grass is the same. The ball is the same. The only thing that is different is everything else. And it doesn't matter. It never mattered. It was always only about the ball. Level 12, the night in Lusail. You are 35. December 18, 2022. Lusail Stadium, Qatar, the World Cup final against France. You score in the 23rd minute. France equalize. You score a penalty in extra time. France score again. The match goes to a shootout. You stand in the center circle and wait. Argentina win the shootout 4-2. The referee blows the final whistle. You fall to your knees. Around you the blue and white shirts are everywhere. 36 years since Argentina last won this. You think about Rosario, you think about the needle beside the bed. You think about your grandmother Celia who took you to training when you were 4 years old and who died before she could see this. You look at the sky the way you always do when you score. This is different. This is not a goal. This is the thing. This is the only thing that was left. You hold the trophy above your head and the world finally stops asking the question. Level 13, the World Cup again. You are 38. North America 2026. The 5th World Cup of your career. You are the oldest field player Argentina have ever fielded at a tournament. Your legs are slower than they were. Your first touch is still perfect. The defenders cannot read what you are about to do because what you are about to do has always existed outside the categories they were trained to understand. You play every minute like someone who knows exactly how many minutes are left, because you do. You have always known how to count what matters. You carry the number 10 shirt and the sky blue jersey and the memory of every player who carried it before you. You look at the pitch. The pitch is the same as it was in Rosario when you were 4 years old. The pitch is always the same. And now you are history.